We are here today in Collier & Thompson's demonstration kitchen with Chef Cassie Byers of Home Wine Kitchen. And she, every month, comes in and shows us how to do restaurant techniques in our own home kitchens. Now today, we're gonna learn how to make marshmallows.
It's actually really simple and delicious and tasty and
they're a foam. And this builds on last month's foam lesson.
Yes, marshmallow is a type of foam. So we're going to be using gelatin, and we'll have some of the same lessons that we learned last month with temperature, but it'll apply to a dessert this time.
All right, well, show us how to do it.
All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our pan. All right, so now that we've sprayed our pan, we're just going to line it with a little bit of parchment paper.
Okay.
And we really just want it to fit the bottom, so just fold it or cut it to fit. All right, so we're just going to set that aside, and we're going to come back to that later when we need it.
All right.
Now we are going to deal with our gelatin. This is where we play with our foams.
Okay.
We're going to put some cold water into our stand mixer.
Okay.
And then we've got our gelatin that we're going to sprinkle on top of our cold water.
We're going to bloom it.
And we're going to bloom it for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're going to make our sugar mixture.
Okay.
Some more water, a quarter cup, 2 cups of sugar. Then we're adding some corn syrup, a little pinch of salt. And then my favorite part of these marshmallows is the vanilla bean. Okay, so we're just gonna stir this just to combine. And we're gonna turn this on low. And we're gonna let that cook until it reaches the softball stage.
How do you know it's at the softball stage? Is it the size of the bubbles?
It's the size of the bubbles, it's the clarity of the sugar. So we're gonna take it off of the heat, because I find it best to let it cool off just a little bit before you put it in here.
Okay.
So we're gonna put our stand mixer down. We're gonna turn that on low speed. Low.
And our gelatin, bloomed gelatin, is already in there.
Yep. We're going to wait for a few of these bubbles to die. Then we're going to slowly pour the sugar mixture into the gelatin mixture. All right, now that it's combined, we're going to turn the speed up and do it slowly. Turn the speed up so that it doesn't splash.
So it's been about 5 minutes, and now we have a big sticky fluff ball.
Big sticky white gooey marshmallow ball. So we've got our big bowl of powdered sugar. We're gonna keep this on hand just like you would when you're baking a pie.
So flour.
Just like flour.
Okay.
But it's sweet, so we're using powdered sugar.
Okay.
So we're gonna sprinkle this in the bottom of our pan. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is any utensil we use, we're gonna spray with pan spray. All right, so we've got it in, but the top is a mess, right?
Yeah.
There's just marshmallow everywhere. Here's my favorite trick. All right, Kat, hold this.
Okay.
I'm gonna spray you.
Okay.
Now put it down on top. You've got a non-stick surface
cool.
that you can press it down with.
Perfect. So how long do you have to let it sit for it to set up?
I recommend letting it sit overnight, but you can break into it as soon as a few hours later. Okay, we've let our marshmallow set for about 2 to 3 hours, and now we've got our cutting board spread out with powdered sugar, which will keep the marshmallow from sticking to the cutting board. And peel your parchment paper up. Now it'll be a little sticky here.
What I love is that this kind of ubiquitous childhood sweet treat that you kind of think must just always come in a plastic bag. This is something that you can so easily make at home and make so much better.
Yeah, it's really not that difficult.
Yay.
So as promised,
Yum.
we've got our little squares. You've got all your powdered sugar here, so make sure that all your little squares are dusted on the sides so you don't have sticky components. And there's a little bit of melted chocolate and a little bit of graham cracker.
Now you're just playing with people.
And you've got a beautiful little marshmallow s'more.